oh, these players are already ready, wanting to get into it. They want to get it done. They're not waiting around.
Yeah, no, they're not waiting for anything. They're going straight into the matches. As I said before, this is your last week for Yelow, so they're immediately going into it trying to make sure they grind it up.
I think Testament's intro is so slept on. That's so cool.
Yeah, it is. Looks like they're already getting into the match. Oh, trying to pull out a shuriken. Don't see that much from Chipp.
They might have a better game plan going into those lead and understand, but Killer Queen is doing a great job so far. Not letting Diagram get in until I spoke too soon.
Continuing the combo, able to get a 7 beat and trying to zone out SixtyDiagram, able to catch on the anti-air, and once again, but it's the full screen.
Yeah, Killer Queen doing a great job at actually just keeping SixtyDiagram at this distance, not allowing them to get any room to even approach. Just zone them out.
But now they're in, popping 2D into Alpha Blade over and over. Nice 2P to stop SixtyDiagram, and nice counter hit, gonna start up a little combo.
Yeah, it definitely looks like getting a little bit of knowledge check with Grave Reaver coming in, and you know, it's kind of a hard thing to learn how to first fight against, especially as Chipp. Ooh.
Oh, and that's already the game going to Killer Queen.
Killer Queen abusing the Chipp there at the end. I mean, it's kind of a hard thing to know, and I mean, if you got to play around Grave Reaver and kind of knowing, you know, where is it safe, where is it not, and you know, the distance on Testament's normals really can just knowledge check you and surprise you.
Yeah, it really felt like every time Killer Queen was able to keep SixtyDiagram at that full screen pace, every time they tried to jump in or sneak their way in on the ground, it was always met with a counter attack. We got the dash blocking did not happen there, and because of that, Killer Queen ran away with that first game. We'll see if SixtyDiagram is able to make something different happen this time around.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have to be able to punish some of these normals that Killer Queen throws out. Kind of hard to play around with the distance. I mean, Testament's zoning is just insanely good, but have to find that time to just be able to dash in and poke.
Ooh, nice jump in. Burst gonna be coming out though. Same thing with these overheads, but again, trying to pull off the dash block. Gonna have to burst a little bit to make your way back in, but you don't.
Ooh, gets a nice hit conversion with the rope. Doesn't get a punish, but wow. Reversal super will come out and taking the round there for Killer Queen.
Able to punish SixtyDiagram for that gap that they left right before the JS. Now going to get countered yet again, putting you into that full screen situation and continuing to beat you down in the corner, waiting for you to try to get in. Nice diagonal Alpha Blade, just trying to bait out any air options, and there we go.
Yeah, that one opening there took nearly 3/4 of Diagram's health, but coming right back into this game. I mean, taking about the same amount, but might have taken a few more interactions. Both players have nearly full meter. Doesn't bite. And takes the round. That's closing there for 60.
Been really good. Able to just punish that whiff coming up there from 60. Now trying to find another way back in against Killer Queen. Nice teleport to force out the burst.
Yeah, I like the extra pressure that 60 is getting inside of the corner. Testament's really going to struggle when you don't give him much of a chance to mash out. So if he keeps staggering over repeatedly, especially with how well Chipp can pull that off.
Nice, able to get up, being put down again. Has to just follow this defense, try to rush in. You get countered again, but nice. FS going to be able to make that opening you need.
Oh, nice conversion there. It's going to go straight into the super. Not going to kill, but I kind of like the option just pushing all the way in the corner. Oh, Killer Queen is going to be able to kill off of this and does take game 2 out of clutch last round.
The rounds felt a lot more close this time around than they did before. Killer Queen still coming out with that win, but SixtyDiagram now really making them guess.
Yeah, Diagram doing a great job at coming back inside of this game. Looks like you need just the first game really to feel it out, seeing how really what can you punish?
Mankind knew they cannot change society. So
Right.
instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
Done the intro rock once more.
Duel 1.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Nice burst.
Yeah, I like the call out there immediately by 60, knowing that Killer Queen, however they were going to start out the round, that you can feel safe and comfortable enough to just dash up and try to mash on them. Worked out. And getting the nice opening on counter hit. Unfortunately, does drop to the tightrope conversion and has to hold corner now.
Oh, try to air dash out, but you're still stuck in the corner. Killer Queen not letting you out, but nice FS could have tried to make something happen and blocking the super too.
Yeah, great recognition there from 60, doing a great job at realizing that when Killer Queen's got this meter, they're going to burn it. Calling it out, getting the opening of using the command grab.
Nice conversion there too. Gonna use the Gamma Blade in order to finish that off. Now got you stuck. Nice air meet. Needs one more good hit on Killer Queen.
Ooh, and does get it. I will say 60 is a really big advocate of trying to use Shuriken.
Yeah, it is really nice to see this Chipp coming out with using Shuriken and using it effectively. But now, of course, really trying to use that JH, able to find that close slash and finishing off a nice B&B, able to do a 2K2D mix-up.
Yeah, we'll get the wall break off of it. I like the BRC at the start. This is a new player coming out here.
Finally found their footing against Killer Queen, and with that super, going to take the game.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you got to be pushed against just to come back even stronger. And I mean, I guess that's what we're seeing here from 60. I mean, the way that they played with inside of this last game, I mean, it's night and day difference.
Really is a night and day difference between these two. Now it feels like 60Diagram knows the ways that they want to get in, especially with that JH always being able to find their opening against the Killer Queen. So now trying to make a reverse sweep.
Yeah, we'll see how Killer Queen reacts to it. You're definitely now put onto the back foot. I mean, it's easy starting off a set and getting a win, but having to carry that momentum throughout the entirety, especially when you have 5 games to play, it's difficult.
Really is. And now you're stuck at that full screen again, getting chomped over. Able to run in and find the far slash, but not able to keep that block string up. Unfortunate there.
Yeah, I think Killer Queen's kind of noticing some of these areas where 60 might be lacking a little bit. Kind of seeing that full screen neutral, realizing that it might not be that they're reacting, more that they're predicting. Calling it out, but 60 not falling victim to it.
Nice, just getting Alpha Blade away from that super. Now trying to mix up their movement against Killer Queen. Gonna find that far slash yet again on the run-in. Gonna be able to set up for the tightrope and take another round.
Yeah, 60 going with a lot of momentum coming in here, and it looks like they're just taking the moment. They might get hit by something. They're recognizing really what happened and not just immediately trying to mash out.
Nice, trying to find the low there with the 2S. Gonna have to use Shuriken again to just kind of air stall a little bit, but still getting full screened by Killer Queen. Now able to close the distance and find the command grab.
Yeah, nice recognition, you know. It might be hard to actually open them up, but what do you do when you can't break their block? You grapple.
Sometimes you just got to use the grapple to your advantage. And now another super coming out from Killer Queen, but I'm out to 60Diagram again, trying to find a way to Alpha Blade it, not getting punished.
Yeah, I like the wait this time from Killer Queen, realizing that they were going to Alpha Blade immediately after. Punishes, but doesn't get too much off of it.
Oh, nice. Tightrope conversion, going to carry all the way to the wall. Doesn't have enough tension, so just going to have to 6H that one. Trying to run in with that far slash, not going to find it. Another roll.
Ooh, nice recognition. He's going to be able to call them out, take this to a final round. These players are getting even.
An immediate far slash into Alpha Blade, into the 2D, finally able to force out burst and jump in with the JH.
You know, I'm noticing we're not seeing a lot of actual just normal grabs. We're seeing command grabs or grabs in response to on defense. Just not much in offense.
Right, there we go. Trying to jump in, still getting hit out.
Oh, Nice little stagger. 60 does take it. These players are even.
Yeah, they are quite even right now. Gonna be going 2-2 on the bar. As I said before, in game 2, SixtyDiagram still dominant, but Killer Queen starting to have some combatant.
Yeah, 60 doing a great job coming back with the side of the set. Killer's not going out without a fight. They realized they went up to. But man, I mean, you're down to last hit, last round, inside the last game. I mean, we'll just see how they come back from it, and where they can find some opportunities to get some better openings and not fall short.
Nice burst coming out.
Yeah, the zoning game is working out really well, but I think the struggle here for Killer is just trying to find out what to do on pressure.
Nice, and there we go. Super gonna be coming out again from Killer Queen on the corner too. This could be a lot of corner pressure, but still not able to take 60 out. Actually gonna allow to come back in.
Yeah, an unfortunate drop there, letting 60 get some momentum going back in, and now you're gonna have to take a wall break. This is really one good opening here from 60 to take the round.
Mm-hmm.
Will
Nice
this
air
be
dash.
enough?
Oh, and that command grab again.
Oh, that command grab needs a bonus for him. 60 is absolutely putting in work with it.
Alright, we are 1 round away from 60 taking this set in a reverse sweep, but still getting full screen again by Killer Queen. Has to find a way back in, able to find that close slash before getting bursted out.
Yeah, Killer Queen really trying their hardest just to keep 60 out. 60 finding these openings, but having to be a bit more patient. Realizing that Killer Queen's got a good recognition on him, but not of the timing. I love the way! Nice punish is going to be able to get a great bit of damage and wall off, or just a mix. Woo! Oh my god. 60's really in his bag at this point, trying to find ways to close out this round. Realize he doesn't have a whole lot left.
There we go. Gonna be able to get at a hit. Gonna be going to a final round for this set.
Yeah, I love the recognition. Killer Queen being patient, not trying to absolutely, you know, just throw out these options, get scared when that hook gets low. Needs to find their way in. And really, they need to find their way to just get 60 off of them.
He's trying to sweep through. Oh, able to counteract that JH. Really strong call out there by Killer Queen. Able to backdash and defend constantly now against 60Diagram, but not for too long.
Ooh, wait. It's kind of a cool pickup that you got there.
Especially with that no tension, now going to be able to build it from a positive reinforcement. Still having to jump over a lot of these options that Killer Queen wants to throw out, but still able to cover themselves, even if they Alpha Blade diagonally right in front of Killer Queen's face.
Yeah, won't be enough, but Killer Queen, do you rip the super, realizing that 60's just been so good at punishing it? You don't, and you have to be prepared to throw him out.
Yeah. You gotta make sure you're fully prepared to play at your A game, because if you don't, you might regret it. Gonna be getting into the match now as we're just going over the little opening that we got here.
Faust
I like the reference to no need of insurance.
Woo! Nice opening coming out there from Harris.
Well, starting with the empty empty land into snip, snip, snip twice in a row, putting Kitsune back in the corner. Calls out the jump and gets the mix-up right after. Once again, snip, snip, snip.
Gonna continue that pressure, gonna be going all the way to the left from the right. Get another opening, and Harris making quick work.
Yeah, Harris really trying to just, you know, wrap this up. He quite literally is cutting to the chase, if you want to say that.
Yeah. Cutting to the chase very quick. Already getting a command grab situation on Kitsu yet again. Gonna be able to try to find the fire. There we go.
I love Harris actually representing snip, snip, snip so early on, and it's as often as he has. Because especially as this set's going to get later on, Kitsune is going to have to, you know, keep that in the back of their mind now. That Harris is willing to go for it, but then Harris is just going to be able to have that layer of adaptation, being able to identify. Ooh. But it doesn't matter for right now. Harris going up 1-0.
Whew. All right, 1-0 for Harris, and again, pretty quickly too. Constantly always able to get Kitsu in the corner in that situation and being able to mix on them with snip, 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 or just the scarecrows.
Yeah, and it's a bit unfortunate for Kitsu because, I mean, Slayer just struggles with trying to get in sometimes, and especially in a matchup like this, where, I mean, Faust has just some massive normals. And if you can't really find a way in and to start looping pressure, you're just going to have to struggle on defense for a while until you can get one opening.
Okay, he's trying to air dash it again. Gets hit on the low. Oh, nice Scarecrow PRC to get snip, snip, snip.
Oh my, the adaptation that Kitsu's got here. However, the Afro pop is going to actually work out into Harris's favor. And right again into another snip, snip.
Getting fire. Burst actually coming out from Kitsu only to lose the round. Definitely going to be biting them in the butt on spending that burst.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate, and we'll have to see. Kitsu needs to find some way to get in and where they can actually punish and get a decent knockdown.
And not going to find it, just getting zoned out by these items, getting slammed down on the Afro in the air, going to be landing on them, especially after that Scarecrow, and set on fire.
Yeah, well, Harris is just doing a great job at just being able to especially play around their item play, and right back into another snip snip. You know, I like the mental confusion. It worked out into Harris's favor. And is just going to end up going up 2-0 from it.
Yeah, just that little delay they like to pull off and then just jumping right out there. That was really good play coming out there.
Yeah, I mean, Kitsu, it's definitely hard trying to find out where you can punish, but unfortunately it looks like Harris is very ready for some of these reversal options that Kitsu's trying to throw out. I mean, 2H isn't really working out as Harris is just playing so far away from it. And, I mean, they're not playing with inside of Mappa Hunt's range. Oh, we say that, but now Kitsu's finally getting a little bit of momentum. But Burst immediately going to shut that down.
Really nice shutdown there. Now still going to get hit out. Kitsu finally finding their rhythm. Going to be able to put Harris on the wall. And there we go, super Mappa Hunch.
Yeah, Kitsu finally getting their way in, and now we see the explosive power that Slayer's got, especially within this matchup. Kitsu just needs to find their way to continue this momentum, and, I mean, honestly, not play as passive.
Find a way to keep doing what they're doing over and over. Already going to be able to break the wall again in the first few seconds against Harris.
Yeah, so great job and adaptation for Kitsu. Oh, but you have to now deal with Mini Faust is going to be back into the corner and potentially hit into you.
Oh, nice jump in, but nice 6P. Not nice anymore. The burst still going to go off.
Oh, I like it. Trying to use your resources now to your advantage in this matchup. Definitely working out a lot better this time around. And Kitsu, man, what's up with players coming alive in Game 3 today? Kitsu coming up, putting a game on the board.
Yeah, it seems to be a little bit of a pattern. Now going to be continuing that pressure as Harris got to find a way to clap back right now.
Yeah, we'll see how Harris can come back and adapt from it. I mean, it's looking really difficult, especially with how Kitsu was just carrying the momentum inside of that matchup. Like, we'll see if Kitsu can, you know, find their way in a bit more often, not play as passive, and if so, I mean, that's the key to Kitsu making reverse sweep. I think Harris, you got to throw out some of those command grabs more often.
Yeah. Ooh. Nice get in. We get hit out by the meteors, and nice burst going to be pulling through, but Scarecrow PRC into snip, snip, snip.
Yeah, I like the use of meter there. However, it's unfortunate because you do still have to take the hit from the burnt afro.
Now trying to find the bombs in, trying to find those pokes again, especially on that backside. Nice 6P for the anti-air. Accidentally put the afro on yourself, but hey, we pull it right off.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because Harris is now just realizing how often Keats is trying to use instant air dash just to be able to find their way in. Oh, and baiting it out.
Ooh, nice little wall bounce there. Gonna be splatted onto the wall.
Kitsu just really needing to find more openings there, and I mean it's a great start, but I mean like it was that pressure, that same mix that we saw earlier inside of the set. Harris was doing with inside of into a command grab. Now has Kitsu guessing, and oh, it's rough to play her up.
Nice PRC. Oh, still getting that jump in.
Very unfortunate. I know in most scenarios, Slayer's actually close slash would be able to hit, but in that specific setting, unfortunately did not work out. So Harris is going to go up 3-1, and we'll see how Kitsu can potentially keep this set close, or if Harris is going to run away 4-1.
Yep.
Duel 1.
And already we're starting to see a great showing this time around from Kitsu. Already getting the burst off from Harris. I like the little wait, trying to see what Harris does. Unfortunately, did not work out in their favor. And now you got to handle mixed with meteors.
Nice, trying to RRC in there too, but nice 2H, gonna counteract against Harris, gonna be putting them to the wall, but able to get a throw off.
Unfortunately, knockdown sequence did not work out for Kitsu. Had to take the grab on Harris's wake up, and is gonna have to take this round.
Nice job there from Harris.
Yeah, Kitsu onto the back foot. I mean, I feel like we're just recognizing that if Kitsu gets his their one opening in the beginning, they're starting to run away. But Harris not gonna let that happen.
Nice, try to mix up in the air. Nice YRC.
I like the recognition that time around. Kitsu knowing that anytime that he tried waiting him, didn't really work out in his favor. So decides to challenge him right in the air, but Harris not having any of it. Command grab in the corner, having to take the party.
Nice, fire explosion. Gonna be able to hook, line, and sinker. And Harris gonna be able to take that set 4-1.
And these players are already ready to get into it.
Yeah, no two players have repeated their mains, and looking at what we got coming up for tonight, there's very little chance that we will see anybody repeating.
That's so exciting to see, but we're just going to be waiting for what else we got afterwards. In the meantime, letting the intros rock.
Baiken versus Giovanna. Duel 1.
Starting off already, I love the little backdash from Yelow at the start, calling out Snakman, just going to be able to attack early on. But using your defensive resources early on, starting this pressure. We're not leaving any mechanic unseen.
No, we are not letting anything go by. Going to be able to take Yelow out for a bunch of damage. PRC, though, able to get the air throw set up.
Yeah, Yelow needing to find their way in, and I mean, they're definitely at a disadvantage considering the Snakman still got burst on deck. But bursting so early on, Yelow almost has it back immediately.
Nice, and just from that turnaround, Yelow actually going to be taking that back.
Yeah, I love the early showing, and I mean, Snakman was doing great, having all this momentum early on, but Yelow just being patient, finding their one time, and just, you know, capitalizing as much as they can off the few openings they got.
Nice, able to run back in with the throw, trying to get the cross up, not going to find it, not going to find drill kick either, but finding that air meet up and the tap dust.
Yeah, deciding I don't want to eat any of that. Snakman bursts and has them into corner with wall.
There we go.
You know, I wonder if we'll see any of it. All I've been seeing on Twitter is about how everyone's trying to counterplay this 6K to Tommy Matt pressure. Maybe we'll see a little bit here.
Now trying to run in, nice tap dust, but gonna get parried for it, unfortunate.
Yeah, and one thing you gotta be ready for there. I mean, Yelow had so much meter on deck and does get the first game. I think the big thing that we're seeing so far is Yelow doing a great job at not only just preserving their meter, but also using it. Deciding early on that wasting burst is not a bad option to get themselves back into this game, and just holding onto this meter whenever they get a good opening.
Alright, really great start, but we're going to be seeing if there's going to be any counter action happening here in the second game, as Yelow is already feeling strong, able to take that first round after all the pressure, all the parrying that we just saw from Snakman.
Yeah, we'll see how the adaptation changes. Snakman tries to potentially play a little bit slower or not.
There we go, getting kicked out right now. Nice throw, going to be coming out from Yelow again, but ooh, whiffing it this time around.
Yeah, I liked a little wait there. Snakman trying to actually call out Yellow's burst, but I think Yelow, realizing that Snakman wants it, is just deciding to hold on to it, thinking that maybe it's not worth using right now, holding it on to next round.
Whew. There we go.
And Snakman taking that first round. That 2D's reaching to everywhere. Man. It's going to be able to actually get Snakman into corner. However, gets grabbed, has a tightrope onto him. Have to take this mix.
Boom, boom, boom. Nice, gonna try to PRC in there. Not gonna be happening. Trying to bring you back in with the tether.
Ooh, nice mix there.
Ooh, there we go. Gonna be able to take it out.
Yeah, unfortunately, a little showing there. Since Snakman did the cross up right at the end, Yelow was trying to deflect shield, but because he got crossed up, ended up coming out as Wild Assault and gets punished for it on wake up.
Really nice counteraction this time around from Snakman. Going to be able to run with it. Going to be going to this third game now.
Yeah, going up even 1-1, both players.
Duel 1.
I love how patient Yelow was there at the beginning. Snakman just trying to throw out a couple of options to potentially deter Yelow from even dashing in. Yelow finds their one opening, calls it out, and drives all this pressure into the corner, looping throws over and over.
Trying to chain it out. Nice hit on the low. Oh, but still getting counter hit there.
Has the meter and will take the round for that.
Duel 2.
Nice back dashing there.
Yeah, Snakman trying to recognize some slower round start options, however, doesn't work out. And Yelow just being so patient, realizing that Gio's got these normals, got the speed and the distance to be able to play around it.
Alright, back dash again. Nice! Able to counteract there.
Oh, unfortunate. They were going to end up going for what looks like it was going to be a TK Yozon, but counter hit changes plans of it. Now we get a slow match. Both players were hesitant to approach, but Yelow finding his way in. Gets the tech.
Oh, nice reflect there. And nice throw. Gonna be able Yelow take that round.
Yeah, I like
And the game.
The recognition there from Snakman to be able to use the RC after the flex shield. Great recognition. However, Yelow just being as patient and as ready as they are, knowing not to bite immediately after the flex shield. It's patient and it pays off for them.
Mm-hmm. Right. Let's see what we got coming into this fourth game. If Snakman's going to be able to make something happen back.
Yeah, once again, Snakeman's just really trying to call out the passive start from Yelow, but Yelow is just not trying to bite at whatsoever. Nice stagger pressure there from Yelow. Is going to be able to get Snakeman to bite. Get a counter hit, but meter's gone. I like the recognition there to be able to backdash against the Tommy Mat. And now we're just looping this pressure sequence in his corner over and over again. Realizing that Snakeman might be a little bit hesitant biting onto a grab. Calls him out.
Nice, and able to chain it. Snakman gonna be able to come out with just a hair taking that round.
I like the dash up there from Snakeman, realizing Yelow was just being so passive on every single round start, finally getting a real call out against it. Tried to parry on wake up,
Nice.
however, Yelow calls it out. Throw after throw.
RC coming out. Gonna be able to hit that super. Nice work.
Yeah, great call out there from Yelow. Now you gotta take this hard knockdown.
But whiffing the throw is not what you want.
Oh my god! I didn't know what was gonna happen. It's not reversal safe. There's no invulnerability at the start.
Oh my goodness, you just supered yourself into getting shot in the dome. Good lord. And now going back to a game 5 that really means something.
Yeah, I mean, we got a tight set here. Both players, I mean, no one's really got an advantage. Both players are just playing around each other very well. Now you just have to find a way to really capitalize and take the set.
Mm-hmm.
You better be saving
already
some...
gonna be...
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You gotta save all your knowledge tricks, all your little niche punishes, anything that you found out throughout the set. Now's the time you capitalize off of it.
Mm. There we go, getting that wall spot. Gonna be able to get the wall break.
Ooh, nice parry.
Nice. Hit out again. RRC tap dust. If we keep this chain going, no, we drop it.
Yeah, an unfortunate drop. Doesn't get the full closeout. Yelow having to hope that they can hang on. Decides to burst. They really don't even want to risk it. But now you're in a rough scenario. Now you're against corner against Snakman, who's got meter and should be able to take the round. And you just wasted all the meter that you have, putting yourself into a rough position.
Nice, gonna be able to stomp through Yelow. Going to have to take a lot of that damage, especially as Snakman's gonna be jumping in again. Keeps finding these pokes.
Nice grab there. Sets up the... Oh! I love it. You're still stuck in corner, and Snakman should have enough to go to close it out, but doesn't, unfortunately. Oh no, now you're giving Yelow a chance. You do not want to give Yelow a chance. However, Snakman does not let it come to fruition. I love seeing how Waffle has played throughout this semester, and I'm excited to see how they're going to match up against Cass.
Mm-hmm. Love to see it myself, but of course we're just going to be waiting right now, waiting patiently to see what comes out here.
Yeah, Cass already playing against this distance game, knowing that Waffle's going to struggle having to play against having to play against a zone, more zone and long normal game that Cass can abuse. I love the use of Roger there early on. Noticing that Waffle may try to 6P some of these roll-ins.
Nice. Able to side switch a little bit there. Nice shout out for Waffle, but still getting hit out by these yo-yos.
Yeah, Cass just looping over, finally finding their way in, keeping Waffle into the corner. But I like the little delay on it. Waffle throwing out 6P a little too preemptively. Oh, but both players very evenly matched up right now. I love the call out. YRC should be able to take the round with it. He does.
Nice. Are going to be up 1 on Waffle. He's trying to back up right now. Not going to be able to. Nice. Going to be able to use the Wild Assault to close Waffle into the corner yet again.
Yeah, both these players matching up very well against one another. And Cass, I mean, Cass just already on a roll of this game. We'll just have to see how Waffle can find their way out. It looks like this pressure is just being so difficult to deal with.
Nice, getting that tap dust again. We have no way of counteracting what Cass is trying to do. Able to pull a super off. And with that, Waffle already going to be taken out in a perfect with Cass taking the first game.
Yeah, I think that the great thing that we're recognizing, especially seeing from how well Cass can do it, is every knockdown is different. Just because you get one knockdown and you start your pressure sequence does not mean it's going to look the same. And just that, you know, throwing it out, making it look different is going to confuse your opponent far more than just, you know, oh, look, it's a little 50-50 mix up. If you can just disguise how it looks, it might be the same canvas, but you're painting it a little differently.
Mankind knew that they could not. Duel 1. Let's rock.
I love it. Finally getting some way out. Oh, the Dolphin is going to hit, and now you're going to get a lot of damage. First already out. Both players trying to find their opening. However, Waffle's the first one to get it. The RRC up to be able to extend the combo in the corner and does get the wall. Roger being burned to be able to let Cass get some way in. However, doesn't get a whole lot of mileage. DP comes out. Waffle needing to be able to close this round, but Cass inching their way back inch by inch.
Yes, be able to pop that RRC off. Gonna try to keep up the pressure on Waffle. Nice YRC to push Cass away. Able to find it in the air, but still not able to find that finisher. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, nice finally way to close it there for Waffle. We're definitely seeing Waffle play a bit more patient and reserved. Cass is just... They're trying to keep their momentum at this long range where Waffle might not be able to punish them, but Waffle's really just choosing their openings, and it's working out very well for them.
Really is. Now trying to bring that hammer down. Still going to get zoned out, but nice. Going to be able to get that RRC off into Wild Assault. Going to be slamming the hammer into Mr. Dolphin yet again on the right side of the corner, but not going to be able to break that defense.
Oh, unfortunate timing to throw out Dolphin there. Well, Roger comes out. Oh, Cass, she needs to find her way out of this corner. Waffle's doing a really great job of keeping her locked in.
Now I'm going to have to deal with so much bench pressure. Nice. Going to be able to bring out the Orca and take that game.
Yeah, nice comeback now for Waffle. We got 1-1 on the board. 1-1 on the board for both players.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Nothing even happened. It's going to be just 1-1 on the board as once again, it's a little toes-to-toes situation.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing Waffle be a bit more patient on going in. We're noticing that Cass is just... You know, they're not afraid to mash on defense, and Waffle I think is a bit afraid of that, especially with that DP that that Bridget has. So we'll see how the adaptation comes throughout the set, because Waffle's not really getting too much pressure, but the amount of damage that May does, oh, it's doing wonders.
It really is. Now going to be seeing again, trying to go into Mr. Dolphin, but there we go. Cass going to try to bridge that gap, but missing on that tap dust.
Yeah, Cass getting the opening. Not going to be able to carry it all the way to corner until now. However, Yo-Yo is set. Now you got to take the mix. Oh. What? That hit? Okay. That anchor is just... Oh. It's a war crime.
Ooh.
I love the call-ups there by Kaz, doing these roll-ins, but deciding to cancel to call out with Roger. Really trying to use Roger to call out any type of reactionary response from Waffle.
Ooh, tried to DP, but it was just too far away. Yeah, had to burst in that situation, and able to hit above, too.
And should close around there. Waffle starting off so great. They're starting off very strong.
Starting off extremely strong there. Trying to keep up that pressure against Cass, going to be able to put you on the wall.
Oh, and you have to take all this mix. One 6H, one good 6H, and man, gotta wonder, how does Cass adapt from it? Waffles found their way to be able to adapt to Cass's pressure, but Cass is being now extremely reserved, trying to find some openings. Gets their way in, does not get the burst. Unfortunate there, but Waffle eagerly patient on defense.
Nice, able to find that snipe, but DP going to be coming out on that air dash in for Waffle 150. Still going to find their way back in against Kaz, but trying to at least just bait and punish a little bit more.
Yeah, Cass trying to find a way to be able to close it out. Oh, gets the tap dust, but not enough to be able to try to close it out. Oh, what hit? Oh, Scooter does hit and takes the round. We got a final round going on here.
Ooh, nice, able to get the tap dust, try to find the low.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of damage. Deciding not to go for the full wall break. Keeps him in corner. Oh. And just a sliver of life left from Cass. Gotta wonder how you're going to be able to come back from this.
Ooh, nice blocking again. Cass trying to find that opening. Nice PRC, but still going to get DP'd out and try to find on the low. But again, that PRC once again.
Ooh. Command grab is going to be able to take it. Waffle now taking the lead.
Nice, going to be able to take up that lead 2-1 now, really making a statement against Cass.
Yeah, we'll see how Cass can potentially adapt back. We'll see. I mean, it's really hard because Cass is getting these openings and being able to find Waffle into the corner and start looping these pressures. It's just the damage isn't a whole lot, and you got to get a lot more openings than you're actually being afforded right now.
Nice. Oh, still gonna get anti-aired out there on the roll-in, and Mr. Dolphin just trying to keep that pressure up. RC gonna be pulled off and baits out the burst.
Yeah, nice burst bait there from Waffle. Cass going down so much right now, and you're really on the back foot at this point. Waffle's got all this meter on deck, and you just need to find some way to get back in. This round you have to play nearly perfect. But Waffle's got 100 meter on deck and has burst available. How do you play this?
Nice.
DP.
Able to counteract. Oh, nice reversal super coming out. Gonna be able to take that round.
Yeah, Waffle's head right back at you. Takes the round with it. Cass really needed to find some type of opening. They found their momentum there a little bit in the last round, but you need to be able to continue it. And maybe Rock the Baby needs to come out trying to call out some of these long defensive habits from Waffle. Maybe a bit more grabs.
Okay, just able to jab out, trying to go onto the low there. Backdash a little bit, still getting hit out. Nice Dolphin. Ooh, nice hit on the low for RRC to continue that pressure.
Yeah, well, Cass finding some more openings, but it's unfortunate with how many openings that Cass is getting. Waffle is just dealing that much more damage with one fewer. And taking game 4 with that. Waffle going up 3-1 over Cass.
Whew, nice big turnaround there for Waffle 150. Could be able to take the game. Cass now having to work just for Yelow.
Yeah, it's really rough, especially towards the end here. I mean, you're having to struggle and see with how you'll stand. You cannot afford to lose, especially these high players. You don't want to have to go down and lose any games. This is the last week. You really got to fight for what's remaining.
Duel 1.
Ooh, picking up the Goldlewis coming out from Gas here. Maybe trying to find a difference. Maybe feeling that matchup will feel better. But not looking so far, but able to find an opening. Okay, creating some pressure.
Yeah, I mean, it's found a little bit of work so far. We'll see how much it can go for, but I'm wondering if Cass just really needs to find some type of momentum.
Nice, able to find that opening again. RRC, Cass has no way to defend themselves here, as now Waffle is 1 round away from getting a 4-1.
Yeah, and it looks like Cass is really just struggling for answers right now. I mean, looks like Goldlewis might not be it. Waffle is going to be able to jump out, is going to be able to continue this sequence. Now, was that a full turn? It was a full turn. Well, maybe Cass has got a little bit more tricks left up their sleeve. They're not going to go without a fight, but Waffle is not having any of it and takes it.
True, it is going to be on stream for everyone to see, so let's let these intros roll.
Anji versus Kai. Duel 1. Let's rock.
It'll be exciting to see how both these players are going to stack up. Gragon looked really dominant in their last performance, but Block already starting. Not going to allow any of these options coming out from Gragon.
Nice DP there, trying to come out, and nice sweep too coming out from GragonMonkey, trying to keep up this pressure, but nice reversal super for Block D.
Yeah, I love representing that early on. Now you're going to have Gragon have to worry about that throughout the rest of the set.
Especially now we're trying to go back and forth. Still, the pressure going to be in favor of GragonMonkey, especially since Block D is stuck in the corner, but able to get a throw for a little bit of reversal.
Yeah, backdash is working overtime for Block right now. Gragon deciding to use the burst. Now you're going to have to play this game. Do you burst back? You do. Now we got a round here. Both players want it bad. Unfortunately, Gragon was the one to be able to close it out. Now Block is playing on a deficit.
And still trying to hit through. Nice, trying to set up the parry, but baiting out of it. And now going to be chasing down GragonMonkey, at least trying to set up for chip damage, but they're going to be able to get that RRC off into DP.
Yeah, now Gragon getting wall on deck. Block does have a little bit of meter, so you gotta wonder, Gragon, are they gonna play around this this parry? Nice 6P.
There we go. Could be GragonMonkey taking that first game.
Yeah, GragonMonkey, nice recognition there on some of these sequences. And great job of being able to block the fusion mix. Obviously, it can be something that's hard to deal with over and over again. We'll see how Block adapts to it. But so far, Gragon starting off 1-0. Oh, immediately swapping to Sin.
as I said before, Block D, even in these worst situations, is very fluid when going back and forth between characters, not trying to go into matches, even if they know the matchup is rough, saying like, well, maybe I'll switch next time, maybe.
Yeah, I wonder if potentially having some things like DP on deck, making yourself feel a bit more comfortable inside of this matchup.
And there we go. Could he be able to hit out of that stage? GragonMonkey starting to struggle against the Sin.
Yeah, definitely looks like Gragon's not as prepared for fighting against the Sin as he was with Anji. However, does not matter as Gragon is going to be able to carry this momentum through the wall. And now putting block a little bit on the back foot. And just full dash of grab.
Trying to flip kick their way in too. Gets the throw off. Block D. Gonna be losing that round.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, especially with how much meter that you had on reserve there. Block losing the round with all that being held onto. And Gragon is now just putting Block into a little bit of an uncomfortable situation now.
Woo! Nice DP coming out there from Block D. Trying to mix up with that boot stomp. Gets the throw off too, but whips the throw. I'll try to save with PRC, but we got one of our own.
Yeah, nice recognition there by both players, using PRC to be able to help himself out. Gragon was able to benefit off that scenario.
Nice anti-air, trying to flip kick their way in again, and another DP stopping Block D in their tracks.
Gragon going up 2-0. You wonder if potentially we're going to see a swap back to the Anji, or if they think that maybe Sin's still the answer.
Right. Game 3. Are we going to see another character swap from Block D?
By the length of it, I'm going to suggest we are.
Yeah, I'm going to suggest so myself, as it looks like, yeah, going to Johnny.
Interesting. You know, they're going to pull out all the tricks. They're not going to get you comfortable with one character alone. They need to find some way to take this take the set.
Yes. Right, already trying to clash, trying to air dash, but still getting called out.
Oh, unfortunate. Does not get the full sequence off of that. However, the Johnny does look like it's still putting in some work. Dragon, however, finds their opening and immediately decides to cash out with it. Wall, 4 hard knockdown.
Is able to run in and find the super to really put the damage onto Block D and the hard knockdown.
And does have enough to be able to take the round.
Nice burst.
Ooh, unfortunate recognition there from Dragon. Potentially thinking that Block was going close. Did not. But it doesn't even matter because Dragon's going to snap back immediately. Going through wall, another hard knockdown. I'm going to take the weird mix again.
Here we go, able to get that Sun Dipper off. Fire up the fireball. Could try to go for that close jump.
Yeah, we got the instant BRC overhead pulling out from Gragon. We got some high mix coming in here. That's how we know Gragon's not messing around.
No, this is going to be our first 3 of the night. Immediately getting that 3-0. So it's just going to be trying to make up for that elo now for Block D.
Yeah, do you rotate back again? Are you just going to kind of keep going through the gauntlet of characters? Maybe even see another character that we haven't seen already?
Maybe. Could be that Slayer that we saw from last week.
Yeah, I don't blame a little bit of hesitation having to think about it. What do you go back to? Right back to the Sin. You know, I'm surprised that Sin was the answer. I felt like he looked the most comfortable on Anji. I think the Sin does feel a little odd going into this, but we'll see what he's thinking about what he's cooking.
This game 4 trying to save a little bit more elo, already having to use the burst.
Deciding to DP early on for it, gets punished.
Trying to hit out, gonna find the poke again, still gonna get anti-aired from block D.
And does get the clean hit for the hard knockdown. Gragon still has 100 meter on deck though.
RC gonna keep it going up to the wall, find the fireball, and already taking that round.
I love the Sacred Edge there right as the block was getting his burst back. Don't even give him a chance to burst it.
Trying to jab in. Trying to find that 2K 2D, not going to. Block D keep going for the same poke, but still gonna get thrown out for it.
Yeah, unfortunate there. However, still not into an awful scenario. Just needs to find your way out. Ride the lightning.
Nice RTL. Trying to backdash, gonna be able to defend themselves against GragonMonkey, but again, not for long.
Yeah, GragonMonkey right back into this. Gets wall. And having so much meter on deck. Should be able to close it out here with that. Gragon going up 4-0 right now over block.
Really nice closeout there. Only gonna be one more game to go for these two. GragonMonkey might try to secure the first 5-0 of the night.
I think it might be the only 5-0 for the night. You know, I think we're seeing another switch again. Where do you go back to? You think
maybe the Anji?
Maybe even the Slayer that you were mentioning. Just see how they'll perform with it.
Yeah.
Back to the Anji. I haven't gotten one guess right tonight.
You're good. You're good.
Man.
Anji just felt like when they were most comfortable, so it made sense.
I do think that this is the best option for them, and I think that they'll be able to work out the best with. However, it's a really unfortunate. Just delaying these fusions is not allowing you to confirm into the low after.
Nice, already gonna be able to hit you out.
I like the wait there, trying to call out DT this time around. Oh. I like it there, however, it looked like that was a failed DP by Gragon. Unfortunately for block. Does not come out. Only comes out as a far slash, and Gragon capitalizes off of it, taking the round there.
Already trying to come out, trying to close out this set with a few pokes, but already getting bursted out for it.
Oh, it's so unfortunate. He keeps hitting these fusions, but not being able to confirm it into the Nagiha after.
Trying to jump in, able to find the cross up.
Does get the grab off. There we go. Now we're getting some nice sequences going in here. Oh. Nice. Oh, does not get super off, unfortunately.
Unfortunate there. Trying to PRC. Let's get DP'd out.
Not going to be enough to kill. But man, you got to wonder. Nice block. Does get the round on there. Still signs of life left.
Really nice to be seeing those signs of life. Trying to back out right now. Able to dodge that fireball.
Yeah. Oh, I like the little wait there, unfortunately. Dragon's not showing that they're gonna start willy-nilly throwing around DP. I say that, and you know they don't want to get reset. They don't like pressure resets, and they. Oh. Yeah, Block just looks a little bit uncomfortable trying to call out Gragon with these DPs. And Gragon will take it out 5-0.